Erasmus. Springboks can't brag about winning streak after pipping All Blacks. Erasmus says there is nothing to brag about after beating the All Blacks for a fourth time in a row. The Springboks coach emphasized that they won't boast about their winning streak and shared why the team had a slow start to the match. South Africa narrowly clinched the 2024 Rugby Championship by defeating the All Blacks 18-12 at Cape Town Stadium, after also besting them at Ellis Park the previous week. This back-to-back victory means that the Springboks have now won 4 consecutive games against the All Blacks, their longest streak over New Zealand in the professional era. But despite this achievement, Erasmus insists that the team isn't getting carried away. If you're a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Erasmus pointed out that the All Blacks still hold an impressive record against the Springboks. He was quick to remind everyone that New Zealand has had its own dominant stretches. For us, 4 wins in a row is nice, but they've gone 6 against us before, Erasmus noted. There's nothing to brag about because they've done much worse to us, including those 50-point blowouts. Erasmus acknowledged that it felt good to edge out a team like the All Blacks, but added that if New Zealand had won, no one could deny they deserved it. He also revealed that the Springboks' motivation came from the chance to win the Freedom Cup for the first time since 2009, not the desire to extend their winning streak against the All Blacks. Erasmus believes that the emotional significance of the Freedom Cup actually hurt their performance at the start, leading to a sluggish first half. The All Blacks took a 9-3 lead heading into halftime, but the Springboks eventually managed to rally and take control in the second half. For us, it was really about winning the Freedom Cup, Erasmus explained. We talk a lot about what it means to represent South Africa, and when you attach that to the Freedom Cup, it becomes something special. The guys were a little too emotional at the start, but we settled down after halftime and played better. He went on to say that while the 4 wins against New Zealand are great, they won't dwell on that fact for too long, as the All Blacks have plenty of other records to their name. Springboks fans will no doubt savor this historic win, especially given the fierce rivalry between these two powerhouses. But Erasmus remains grounded, pointing out that many of South Africa's recent wins have been by narrow margins. He emphasized how close these games often are and how they could easily go either way. Erasmus also gave a nod of respect to the All Blacks, highlighting the close relationship between the two teams and the challenges South Africa has faced against them over the years. The Springboks are now looking ahead to their upcoming matches against Argentina, with Erasmus already hinting at possible changes to the lineup. Before we wrap up, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future updates. So what do you think, are the Springboks really ahead? Or are the All Blacks still the team to beat? Let us know in the comments below. Title: Springboks extend longest winning streak over the All Blacks in the pro era. Malcolm Marx against the All Blacks at Twickenham and Jesse Creel making a tackle. Erasmus men have extended their longest winning streak over the All Blacks in the professional era to 4 matches following their 18-12 victory in Cape Town. South Africa's streak began in 2023 before the Rugby World Cup, when they secured their biggest ever win over their fiercest rivals, claiming a 35-7 victory at Twickenham Stadium in London. Siya Kolisi and Malcolm Marx both crossed for tries in the 18-12 victory at Cape Town Stadium on Saturday, as the Springboks edged closer to claiming the Rugby Championship title. Marx's match-winning try saw him grab his 25th score for his country and 5th against the All Blacks, as he became the first Springboks forward to score 100 points for the side. Springboks player ratings. Titanic powerhouse stars as Malcolm Marx blinder seals the win over the All Blacks. That victory extended their current streak over the All Blacks to 4 consecutive wins, including the 11-12 victory in the Rugby World Cup final last year and the 31-27 win last week. The only time South Africa have won more games consecutively over the All Blacks was back a sequence of 6 wins between 1937 and 1949. The clash at Ellis Park last week also saw South Africa become the first team to concede 4 or more tries against the All Blacks and still emerge victorious since Australia did so back in 2019. It also notched up a hat trick of victories over the All Blacks, the first time this has been achieved by either team since New Zealand did so in 2016-17. Erasmus men have now also won 5 of their last 10 rugby championship encounters against their old rivals with one draw, 16-16 in 2019. Saturday's win overseas South Africa clinched the Freedom Cup for the first time in 15 years, with Peter de Villiers Springboks last winning the trophy all the way back in 2009. Springboks claim epic double over All Blacks, ending 15-year wait for Freedom Cup glory. 2024. South Africa won 18-12 in Cape Town. 2024. South Africa won 31-27 in Johannesburg. 2023. South Africa won 12-11 in St. Denis. 2023. South Africa won 35-7 in London. Read more. All Blacks player ratings v Springboks. Devastating rookie shines but Razors men blown away by Bok Bomb squad. Planet Sport Limited. 2024. All rights reserved. The All Blacks have had another tough defeat, this time at the hands of the Springboks in an 18-12 nail-biter. We were leading 9-3 at halftime, but it slipped away in the second half, with Siya Kolisi and Malcolm Marx securing a Freedom Cup win for South Africa, their first since 2009. Scott Barrett, TJ Perenara, and Scott Robertson have shared some pretty honest thoughts after the game, and there's a lot to unpack here. If you are a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Scott Barrett hit the nail on the head. We had our chances, but didn't take them. In tight matches like this, you have to make every moment count. Damian McKenzie's missed kick late in the game could have swung things our way, but the Springboks are just too good at punishing those small errors. Barrett said it best. When you don't take them, they punish you. TJ Perenara, who's on his way out after his final test against the Wallabies, said we need to learn from this and grow. He pointed out that the All Blacks are still in positions to win, but they need to start closing these games out. It's tough, especially in the heat of a game like that, but he's right. We have to find ways to finish stronger. Scott Robertson, as always, gave a passionate post-match interview. He's proud of the team's effort, calling it amazing. But even he admits that it's a game of small margins, and the All Blacks just didn't get it done when it mattered most. He highlighted some promising signs, though, especially with our attack looking sharper. The partnership between Cortez Radama and McKenzie is developing well, and some of our younger guys like Wallace Satiti and Tamati Williams had solid performances. Now, with 2 massive tests coming up against the Wallabies, the All Blacks have to regroup and focus on keeping the Bledisloe Cup for a 21st straight year. It's going to be intense, but we know this team has the firepower to bounce back. Robertson mentioned how close we are to the final package. Just a few tweaks and we're right there. Before we go on to the next chapter of this rivalry, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our updates. We've got some huge matches ahead, and trust me, you'll want to be part of it. What did you think of the game? Do you think the All Blacks can turn things around before the Wallaby series? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We're always keen to hear from you.